Why should you learn all these formats? That is because you may be in a position to hire somebody to do all these works. Okay, what are the necessary documents you have to attach along with your CV? These are the things you are going to understand here. Inquiry and reply letter. How an inquiry is placed and how do you have to reply to that letter is what you are going to understand. Hello everyone. I am Dr. Shalini, Professor of English, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Today we are here to understand the syllabus prescribed by University of Mysore for 4th Sem BCom. Let us see what is there in today's session. We are going to understand the syllabus. We are also understanding the pattern of evaluation along with the question paper pattern prescribed by the university. So let us start our session today. To begin with, we are going to understand the syllabus prescribed by University of Mysore. What do we have this time? What is there in this semester for you to learn? So to begin with, we have business correspondence. Okay, so last time what you had, it is little elaborate this time. We have business correspondence wherein you will be learning about various types of letters that will be helping you out in your profession. Okay, so that will help you in a great deal in your professional life. Next, we have one act play. That is one of the plays that is there for you. Okay, I'll tell you about it in the coming slides. Then we have language components. So the whole syllabus is actually divided into 3 different parts. So let us understand part by part what is there in the syllabus. To begin with, we have business correspondence, as I told you. What is there in business correspondence? As I told before, we have various types of letters to understand. So what are the letters that we are going to learn in this semester? We are going to learn about inquiry and reply letter. How an inquiry is placed and how do you have to reply to that letter is what you are going to understand. Next, we have offers and quotations. So this is purely business related letters. So we have business offers, or you also can call it as business proposals, and also you will learn about quotations. The quotations, how do you place it? Okay. So this is another letter which you are going to understand. You will also learn about the formats and all, how you have to place an order, or how you have to present a business proposal, or how you have to have this quotation and all. You are going to learn format. Okay. So next we have orders, execution letters and cancellation letters. So whenever you place an order, okay, you may execute it or you may not execute it, or if at all you place an order, somebody who is providing you that order or fulfilling you that order, they might fulfill it, or they might execute it, or they might cancel it. So that also is according to a format. Okay, so that also you are going to understand in this semester here. Okay, so to continue, we have also complaints and settlements. Okay, so whenever you have an order, cancellation, all these going on, when it is related to government, you may have to lodge some complaint, or maybe some settlements and all have to be done. So for that also you have a format, and you will be learning about that also. Okay, so the last part is request for loans. Of course you will need it, because you are going to deal with bank only whenever you are doing a business, isn't it? So for that you're going to request for loans, and also overdrafts. How do you get this OD done? Okay, so overdrafts and also suitable replies for that. Okay, suppose there is a correspondence from bank end, so that time you have to give some reply for that. Okay, so for that also there is a format for you to reply to that. Okay, so these are the things you are going to understand. Why should you learn all these formats? That is because you may be in a position to hire somebody to do all these works. Okay, so you may be the owner of a business or maybe a firm, but you must know whether, you must be able to identify whether the person whom you have hired is able to do it properly or not. Because if at all it is not in the proper format, if it is not sent in the proper format or the prescribed format, maybe that will attract some charges, or maybe that will attract some problems to your business. So what you have to do is you need to follow the format, then only your business is going to go smoothly. Okay, so be it an owner, or if you are going to work somewhere, you ought to have knowledge of all these formats. So that is the reason you have to understand. The reason I'm telling you why you're going to learn this is, once when you understand the purpose of learning, you will be able to learn better. Okay, so you understand why you're going to learn it, then it is easy for you to understand it. It is easy for you to practice it in the way you need it. Okay, so this is the business correspondence part that you're going to understand in this semester. Okay, so next, to go further, we have this one act play. Okay, so there is a drama. Drama is something you stage on the stage. Okay, but play is the written form of a drama. Okay, so you have Refund, written by Fritz Carenthi. Okay, this is all about a person that is a student. Okay, so Wasserkopf is a student and he is a German student. He actually goes back to his school and asks for refund of the tuition fees, only because at present, that is, he is 40 years old now when he is in the story. So at this point of his life, he is not able to get any job. The reason he finds is that the school which has taught him has not taught properly. That school has not developed necessary skills in him, is what he complains, and goes back to school and he asks for a refund of his tuition fee. Okay, so this being the storyline, the climax that comes to is that whether the school is going to refund the money, the tuition fees, or not. So that is the big question that is there. When you come to the live class, I'll be telling you. Okay, so when you come for the physical class, I'll be telling you all about this. Okay, so this is the storyline of this one act play. Okay, so usually this dramas and all will be divided into many acts. Okay, means many scenes will be there, many acts will be there, but this drama has on this act, sorry, this play has only one act. Okay, so it is not divided into sub divisions or anything. It is just one story, that it's like a short story that goes on continuously. Okay, so this is another part, that is one act play. So to go with the next, that is the last part, it is language component. As usual, you have language component this year also. Last time also you had learned some grammar. This year also you're learning some grammar, and this year it is more interesting compared to the last year. Okay, so what are you going to understand? You're going to identify adjectives. Okay, adjectives, you already know that adjectives are the words that describe nouns or maybe pronouns also. Okay, so you are going to understand how do you identify adjectives. Okay, so next you will also learn about job application along with CV. CV is curriculum vitae, that is the biodata. Okay, so along with that, you're going to understand how to apply for a job. Of course, you must have learned it in +2, that is class 12. But yes, this is much needed because you're stepping into your professional life very soon. Okay, so you will be able to understand job application and how to go about it along with the curriculum vitae. What and all are the things you have to include there? What are the necessary documents you have to attach along with your CV? These are the things you are going to understand here. Okay, so next is the correction of sentences. Okay, so you speak and spoken when you just go too deeply into English, you will understand that spoken English is little different from the literary English, that is written English, isn't it? So whenever you are speaking, you may not follow all the rules very particularly. Okay, but when you write, you have to follow grammatical rules. Okay, spoken English is different from written English, so you have to understand where and all you need to correct the sentences. Okay, so you may be making mistakes in verbs, articles, prepositions, or adjectives, adverbs, or anything, or maybe you are repeating words sometimes. Okay, so whenever you say reply, you should not use back. Please reply back to my message. No, it is reply to my message. Okay, I'm going to return back the money. No, I'm going to return the money. So this way you should not repeat the words, like return back, not needed. So you're using words twice. Okay, so that is not required. So such correction of sentences are very much essential for you whenever you are writing something. Okay, it's better you practice it when you're talking also. Okay, so you are going to understand how to speak and write grammatically perfect English. Okay, so this is another point you're going to understand. And next we have direct and indirect speech. Okay, so this is required whenever you are writing something. Okay, suppose you don't know which profession you're going to choose. Okay, many of you might be businessmen wherein English may not be required for you. Maybe direct and indirect speech, you will not use it at all. Okay, but you may become journalists, you may become authors wherein for you this is required. Okay, journalism actually demands direct and indirect speech too much. Okay, it has to be perfect. Okay, so whenever some guest or something, or maybe politician or somebody comes and delivers a speech, you have to write it in indirect speech as a journalist. So that time indirect speech is very much essential. Fine. So you are going to learn about direct and indirect speech also. That means how do you convert this direct speech into indirect speech, or reported speech also you can call it. So that is another grammar part you are going to understand. At last, we also have this reading comprehension, which is a favorite for everybody, and this you have been doing from probably grade 3. Okay, so reading comprehension, read a passage and then give the answers for the given questions there. Okay, so these are the things you are going to understand under language component. Okay, so this is the syllabus that is there for you in this semester. Okay, so 3 parts as I said. So you're going to learn this whole syllabus in 3 different parts. Okay, so next we move on to the pattern of evaluation. How is your syllabus, sorry, how was your semester evaluated? Okay, so how is it done? It is actually divided this way. You have 2 internals. Okay, you call it as test or assignment or anything for that matter. We call it internals. You have 2 internals for 10 marks each. Okay, we have it for 10 marks each, wherein both are compulsory, because you score more here, that will help you out in your term and examination. Okay, so term and examination, you have it for 80 marks. Okay, so the usual pattern what you have, the same thing you will have here also. So altogether coming up to 100 marks. Okay, so you do very well, then you can earn a centum. Okay, let us now have a look at the question paper pattern that is going to come for your exam. Okay, so to begin with, the question paper is divided into 3 different sections. Okay, so one is the business correspondence, that is section A. Then we have section B, which is about the 1 act play, that is the play you are going to learn, that is Refund by Karanthi. Then it is section C, that is language component, which is going to be there for 20 marks. Okay, so here it is 30 plus 30 plus 20. Okay, so altogether it's 80 marks. So what do you have in your section A? Section A, you will have 3 10 marks questions. Okay, so you have to answer any 3 out of these 5 questions. Okay, so how are these questions given? So it is actually 5 and 5, that will be broken into 2 different questions. Okay, so 5 plus 5 marks questions will be given there, which will sum up to 30 marks. Okay, so this way you will have 3 questions, which wherein each of the question will have 10 marks. Okay, 10 marks will be divided into 5 marks, and totally it will come up to 30 marks. Okay, so section A is for 30 marks. Okay, going to section B, you have this 1 act play, wherein you will have 2 10 marks questions and 2 5 marks questions you will have to answer. Okay, so 3 questions will be given, you will have to answer any 2 in each main. Okay, so each question, like in the first part, that is the first main, that is 2 10 mark question, so you will have 2 10 mark question, that will come up to 20 marks, and this 2 5 marks, that is short answer type, like you will have to write a short notes over there. Okay, so that is 2 into 5, then that will come up to 20 marks. So this altogether will come up to 30 marks. Okay, so lastly you have this section C, that is language component. Okay, so here you have all the things what you have learned for grammar. Okay, so you have to identify the adjectives, and also you will have to write a letter, that is job application, along with CV. Then you will also have to correct few sentences that are given wrongly. There are few mistakes that are made in the sentences, and you will have to correct it. And you will have direct and indirect speech. And yes, here there is no division, like you will have only direct to indirect, or maybe indirect to direct. No, nothing. You will have the mixed questions, like few sentences you will have to change it from direct to indirect, and few questions you will have to change it from indirect to direct. Fine. So at last you have this reading comprehension, which you need not have to worry too much, because you have been doing it from a very early age. Okay, so reading comprehension also you will have, and it is an unseen passage. You need to read a lot if at all you intend to practice more. Okay, so these are the questions that will be coming under language component, that is for 20 marks. Okay, so just add up everything. This is for 30, and this is for 30, and again this is for 20. So altogether it will come up to 80 marks. So your theory paper, term and paper is for 80 marks, and 20 marks you will have it for internals. Okay. So in the coming session, you'll be having all the knowledge about what is there in your business correspondence, what is there in one act play, all these things. Okay. So see you soon. Keep learning. Just go through the syllabus and you'll understand how easy this 4th semester is for you. Okay. So see you soon, children, with another more interesting topic in our coming session. Take care. Keep learning. Bye-bye.